of AO8 itself. It's really interesting, the material. I didn't know it would be as interesting as it is when I went in.
Computer science it really makes you think. It just doesn't give you like here, this is how you do a function.
So far AO8's been fun. Python's very interesting, and I've had 2 years of computer science experience from high school using Java, so I'm fairly familiar with most of the content, but I still enjoy listening to the lectures and doing the practical stuff.
Well, AO8, it's been pretty good. A lot of friendly people. They're willing to help you if you ask.
It was fun, interesting. Wait, so I start off as 1 or 0?
0.
Oh, okay, good. Because you can learn stuff that hasn't been taught in the lectures yet, and stay on top of your game in the course.
Well, I came into this lecture knowing nothing.
So do you know the general, what the memory model looks like?
Yeah, like there's 3 sections.
There's 3 sections.
And right now I'm about to leave knowing a lot.
Concerning the exam, whether or not I'm ready or not, we'll see. But I feel like I know it pretty well. The practicals help, and they've been teaching us pretty well. So,
But for the test, I just feel pretty prepared. The practice test makes me feel like I could easily do it.
More or less. I feel like I'm pretty ready.
Oh, okay, I'm pretty confident about that.
When I first saw term test, like right after term test 1, and then first saw assignment 0, I was kind of going. I wasn't really understanding how things were going. This was my first kind of. I believe term test 1 was the first midterm evaluation I did for any course, so I was kind of new to the whole thing, and that's the kind of thing I saw. I was like, term test 1, alright, it wasn't that bad. I think it went alright, and then I saw the assignment, and I was like, I can't do this. Maybe this isn't for me. Like this, I gotta really focus and look at this. And looking back on it now, it really wasn't that hard. But at the time, I was thinking, man, like this is they're really ramping it up on this. Well, it's actually funny you say you can't do it in one day. Like I actually sat down over here, BV, 4th floor of BV. I remember I went at like 11 a.m. and I was there till 11 p.m. and I finished it in 12 hours straight. I sat down for 12 hours, taking no breaks. It took me like a 20-minute break.
Assignment 2, the first mistake that I made with my, according to the timing, that is, when I got assignment 0, I was really excited to start it, right? So I actually did the assignment 0 same day it was out. So when assignment 1 was out, I felt I could do the same. I'll get enough time, you know, even if I start a day before or something. So turns out I didn't start my assignment 1 until the last day. And I started writing code in the afternoon, and then I realized this is a really comprehensive assignment, and you really need to think it through, right? And there were a lot of instructions to follow. And so it took me like almost 8 hours of constant understanding and recoding and recoding. I was able to finish it, but it was really hectic for me too, you know?
All right.
I would prefer to chunk my assignments.
Brian's great. Brian.
He's a pretty awesome teacher.
I think it's very interesting and very knowledgeable. Like, usually give clear lecture.
Brian has to be one of my favorite professors. Brian and his Code Mangler. If you see the Code Mangler on any questions, just know that's actually sponsored by Brian. He's self-advertising. Yes. Brian is advertising his own product.
Oh, he's actually one of my better professors.
And Brian's a really good professor.
Take any chances you get to talk to him. He's funny, he makes good jokes, he's a nice guy to talk to. If you see he's going to be at an event, make sure you show up.
One thing I like about Brian is his lectures. His lectures are so comprehensive. Like, you'll never get... The lecture I was in is like 3-hour long lecture. I never get bored, I never feel sleepy, even if it's like 3 hour long and it's like an evening lecture, so it's 7 to 10. Even though I never felt at any point that, oh, it's getting boring and stuff.
So as a first year student right now, aside from my courses, I am actually an events director for AMAX. You're going to get familiar with that. It's the Association of Math and Computer Science Students. Nobody expects you to memorize the whole name, just AMAX. And that was a really great way of meeting upper years and getting involved in the computer science community. Outside of that, I'm involved in a couple other events. We have like 2 hackathons happening in January, and I'm very lucky to be on the planning committees for both of those. I also play flag football on the intramural team. We're actually champions. If anybody talks trash about UTSC, tell them we beat out all the St. George teams. So I really recommend taking every opportunity you have to get involved in the community. I kind of jumped at it right away. When AMAX does that first presentation during orientation and they tell you these positions are open, do not be afraid to apply. A lot of people were surprised, oh, but your first year, how'd you get the position? I applied. It's as simple as that. There was an interview, it took maybe 5 minutes. So take every opportunity to get involved. I don't regret it at all.
For students, next year's computer science student, I would recommend that do more practice, feel free to explore yourself, and then you can get more knowledge in computer science.
Well, there were some times where I did feel a little bit overwhelmed. The course is a challenging course. Don't think, even if you have programming experience before, don't think that this is a bird course. You're not coming in here for the easy 4.0 GPA. It's not hard to get a good mark in this course if you actually do the work and you pay attention. But definitely don't let up on your work. Make sure you're doing everything on time. The exercises are really easy. You gotta really do those on time. If you actually do them the day they come out, you could probably get them done by night.
Well, it is challenging at some point when you like cross the second half, because the first half is like just basic coding, just loops and the if statements and stuff, which even if you are not experienced with programming, you'll still get through it. But when it comes to object-oriented programming, it's completely new. For me, I had never taken programming in high school. So it was a completely new thing for me. I mean, I had an idea how programming works, the if statements and for loops and stuff. But my advice for future students would be, if you see your friends saying that they had some programming experience, it's really good to have an experience, but it's really irrelevant at this point because this course provides you everything you need to complete the exercises, to complete the assignments, to finish the to go through the exams and stuff. So you don't really need an extra experience to finish the assignments and stuff.
Stay on top of your work. Just tough it out. It's not that bad. It might seem hard, but it's when you look back on it, it's a fun course.
I would say plan out your studies, not just ComSci, any other courses you're taking. I would say start your assignments, at least start reading your assignments on the day they are out, so that you know how much you need to finish or how you plan for next week's or forthcoming weeks.